the Philippines Conditional Cash Transfer Program aimed at preventing intergenerational transmission of poverty. So it's um it's like a lock-in system. So the families cannot escape this cycle. Now, this is done by providing cash assistance to children from poor households. Now, it's very important to note also that this conditional cash transfer program was first studied in Brazil, Mexico, and Colombia. So, what is 4Ps? 4Ps was launched by the Department of Social Welfare and Development in 2018 with an initial budget of 50 million pesos. Now, 1 peso is, uh, I would say, yes, it's 1 US dollar is equals to 50 pesos. So just showing you the you have an idea of how much this is. The initial project when it was piloted, they had 320,000 families. But now, to date, the budget was expanded to 106 billion pesos, covering 4.4 million households. Now, how are families selected to be part of the program? So the DSWD has this listahan initiative. Now, using this scientific targeting method, they try to identify families who fall below the poverty line. Now, they also ask the support of the NEDA in identifying these families. Now, households with children 0 to 18 years old, so they are selected, and households with pregnant women. So after they are identified, they're not in the programs yet. They have to be registered, and there is an interview and a selection process. So for all the eligible households will be validated during a community assembly. So the family will come, and then there will be the SWD staff talking to them. Now, once the family is registered, here are the benefits. Now, for health, for families with children 0 to 5 years old, they have pre and postnatal care for pregnant women and regular checkups and vaccination for children. Okay. So, and they are also given 500 pesos per month per household. That is only for health care. Now, for education, for families with children ages 3 to 18 years old, they must be enrolled in attending school. 300 pesos per child in preschool and elementary for 10 months. Now, for secondary school students, each will be given 500 pesos. Now, it's a maximum of 3 children only per family. For example, the family has more than 3 children. The parents will have to identify which of them will be entered into the program. They would usually choose younger children because it means that they will be supported for a longer time. Now, because of the pandemic, I was very happy to have learned that the three children gate was abolished. It was lifted, so all children will be covered by the 4Ps program. Sorry. Okay, and then in last 2007, they just added this. They added rice subsidy every month for household, so that is 600 pesos. Now, this 4 rupees program is a conditional cash transfer. We set conditions because there are risks of dependency, right? If we will not set condition, it will mean dole out, and I it will not have a very good impact on success rates in schools and healthcare and nutrition and stuff. So here are the conditions that the government set in order for the families to to stay in the program. So first, pregnant women must avail of the postnatal checkups regularly from first trimester. This is only when there is a pregnant woman in the family, like the mother or one of the children who is enrolled in the program. So, yeah. So, second, children 0 to 5 must receive preventive health checkups, and vaccines. Now, this is in partnership with the Department of Health in the Philippines. Uh, Recently, because of the pandemic, there is a move to 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 impose mandatory vaccination, COVID-19 vaccination, to children enrolled in the Forbes program, and I think it's a very good move from the government. And then third, parents must attend family development sessions. These are family uh, family planning and voters education and family values formation, entrepreneurship. So this is very nice. And in relation to education, I've seen this like right in my face. Enrolled learners must have at least 85% of school attendance. Now, if they fall short of 85%, they will not receive the cash transfer. So what the DSW do what DSWD does is that they ask for the summary of attendance of the students every month, and it has 3 gates. First, it will be signed by the advisor, for example, me, and then it will be signed by counterchecked by the guidance counselor, and the guidance office has its own attendance monitoring system, and then it will be signed by the principal. So after that, the child will have to bring the document to the DSWD in order to receive the cash transfer. And children in elementary are receiving the warming pill twice a year. That's mandatory. That's mandatory. Now, until when can a family be a beneficiary? So, say they have like 3 children, and then 3 children are enrolled. When the eldest graduates or turns 18, whatever comes first, he or she will be out of the program. But the other 2 siblings will have to continue. Now, in summary, 4Ps is a development program that invests in human capital. Now, a human capital index in the Philippines, it's very unfortunate. It's very low. It's like 55% only, and that is after the education and after the healthcare, only 55% chance to succeed in life. And the beneficiaries must meet specific conditions before they can get the cash assistance, like the healthcare checkups, the family sessions. They also have other activities like tree planting, cleanup drives. They must do them all in order to stay in the program. Now, I'm very happy because this program actually enhances the role of the parents. and it helps them accomplish their duties and responsibilities to their children. For example, um, before we would always hear stories of our students dropping out because their parents need them at home. But now it will be parents who are, pushing kids to go to school. You have to be in school because you're receiving this grant from the government, and we are receiving rice every month, and we are receiving healthcare. So you need to be in school. So that's very good also. And then there's a rise in expenditure regarding education, like household families spends like 6% of the family money on school projects, on school stationaries and stuff. So there, and school uniform also. So this paradigm shift, like 15 years ago, I will not imagine this happening in the Philippines. So there's this paradigm shift, especially from households with low income. Now it also encourages us parents to invest in the future of their children. Impact on education. So the 4 Ps program increases school participation of children between 12 to 17 years old. So there is a decrease in school retention, um, maybe because uh, the children complete the academic year, complete the attendance. That is why they are promoted. So nobody's retention decreases, and then enrollment increased for the past years. More older children are encouraged to pursue studying with the expansion of age coverage of the program from 14 years old to 18. So before like 5 years ago, it was only from until 14 years old, but it was expanded to 18 years old. And that would in the Philippine context, that would cover until senior high. So until senior high, the student will be supported, will be receiving cash allowance from the government, and with that money, they can go to very good senior high schools. Not just the public, but they have other options. Like they can go to a private senior high school. Yeah, and only half of the children. This is understandable. 3 to 5 years old are in school because they are either too young or unprepared to go to school, and the universal kindergarten starts at 5 in the Philippines. Then these 4 Ps program results in the improved education outcomes of the children. The expansion of the age coverage of the program resulted in better education outcomes for older children who are at more risk of dropping out of school and engaging in child labor. And I would also like to mention about these very high incidence rates of teenage pregnancy in the Philippines, which is this is really problematic, 63%. Now, this is being addressed by the 4Ps program. So usually students who are enrolled in this program would 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 stop would would stop going to school, and that would mean that they will be out of the program, right? So the DSWD has started to like concentrating on this population of these teen mothers, so that they will keep going to school via modular distance learning. Yeah. And then students and parents are usually required to participate in co-curricular and extracurricular activities, including tree planting, cleanup drives, Brigada Escuela. Brigada Escuela is when goes to school and do repairs and clean the school and prepare the school for the school year. So I really like that idea because it creates this sense of community, uh, among the recipients of the program, and then it also builds on this notion that families from low income households can make a difference in the community. So Pantog Pamilya also reduces the incidence of I've talked about this. Not yet. Incidence and time spent on child labor. This was rampant in the Philippines, but we somehow saw a decline in incidents of child labor. Children engaged in economic activities are also attending school, so they are not dropping out of school. Okay, so because they're receiving this cash grants from the government, but they still have to work because there's a family to feed and the money is not enough. But that is okay because of the Forbes program. They are in school. They work to generate additional income to supplement the cash grants in covering education expenses. And then Pantawid Pamilya promotes higher investments on education. Monthly expenditures on school materials and supplies is 6% higher for beneficiaries, while monthly expenditures on school uniform and total average monthly expenditures are 8% and at 7% higher for beneficiaries. Okay, so uh, uh, there was a time when families will not really care, not spend money on education because you know most of these families would spend money on food and healthcare, not education. So I think I'm ready with questions. If you have, I will try my best to answer your questions.
Thank you, Jan. It was a
Thank
wonderful
you.
presentation, and I really appreciate this scheme. And I think that this scheme solves multiple issues, and it's particularly beneficial for education. I saw one of the hands being raised. I think Mr. Manohar Lal.
It's no longer raised, I believe. And
all right. Okay.
Just to
So
say something. Thank you, Jan. And it was very nice listening to what you were telling us. And a few of the things are actually like it made me emotional as well as something that we can take forward here also. Because, giving an incentive for it, attendance, because attendance is an issue that where all of us are struggling with our students, be it this COVID time or even else, any other time. So thank you for enlightening us. We have been joined by our Director Education, sir, and welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
So all our participants would like to see you if possible.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thanks a lot, sir. It's an honor to see you.
Thank you, Mr. Yan. That was a very good presentation.
Oh, thank you so much, sir.
The thing that you talked about
Namaste.
conditional cash transfers with the conditionalities which were linked to attendance of the child as well as his
Okay.
health checkups and all. So this is really interesting. So it's really a very good platform. In fact, I should say, let's talk education, where we get to know about the best practices in education from across the globe. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's my honor.
So, Jan, I was curious to know because this scheme seems to solve a lot of issues. I was curious to know about the impact that it would have on the relationships between students and their parents, because I see that the schemes involves the engagement of parents in school.
Yeah.
But what about the relationship between the parent and the children?
Okay. I don't have the statistics. I don't have the data, but I saw this every day in school. You know, personal experience. Because parents and the children, you know, these households are in the program, they do things together, like clean up drives and tree planting, family development. No, it's just so amazing how transformative this is to family relations and family values. And I s- I s- I saw it, right? It's working. It's working. Now there is actually myth on, they are saying that there is stigma on receiving grants or from the government, and then it will, you know, it will cause dependency and issue with money and family values. But no, it did not. So most of my wonderful students, you know, the academically performing students are enrolled in the 4 Piece program.
Okay. I think we have some hands raised. I see the hand of Renu Gupta and Rameshwar Upadhyay.
Ma'am, it would be better if it would be better if we can take the question queries at the end of the 4 presentation. Would it be better?
Okay. All right. So I would request the participants to kindly hold their questions, and we'll take it up at the end of the last presentation.
They can surely send their questions in the chat box also. Please share your questions, comments in the chat box.
All right. All right. So thank you, Jan. It was wonderful sharing, and we really like the idea and appreciate that you told us in detail about this scheme that is going on in the Philippines. So now we have Hassan from Morocco. Welcome, Hassan. The floor is yours.
Hello. Okay. Thank you so much, organizers, for giving us this opportunity. I really appreciate speaking in your in this platform, and I'm really happy for this occasion. Well, I'll try to share my yeah. Okay. So my presentation is going to be about the role of Teachers Association in providing a quality education. Our association it's an organization which is about Moroccan Association of Teachers of English. As you know that we teachers of English in Morocco, it's a second foreign language, because we our first language is Arabic, and first foreign language is French, that we start in the elementary primary school, and then we start students, they have the choice to choose between other languages, but the overwhelming language is English, that we can start at the 9th grade. So it's made Moroccan Association of Teachers of English. It's a non-governmental organization funded by memberships. So our activities, we try to find the support from other organizations or just from the members. So the history, this association was created in Rabat in 1979. Organized its first annual conference in 1980 and has regularly organized an annual conference since its creation. So every year we have an annual conference that is organized in one of the cities in Morocco. And last year was this 37th annual conference. Has been awarded the patron of His Majesty the King of Morocco since 1989. It's a national award and has ran national as well as international events, and won the World War Business Award in 2004. This association has a lot of branches, and I am an active member in a branch which is in my city, which is Gelmim. So the objectives of this organization are to contribute to the improvement of the English language teaching in Morocco, encourage contacts among teachers within as well as outside Morocco, encourage research in the field of teaching English as a foreign language in Morocco. So we have the association produce each year we have newsletters and sometimes books about the research that's done in Morocco. Our branch is situated, because I am from the south of Morocco, in it's very far from the capital, which is Rabat. So we have a local branch there, and the history of it was created in March 2005 by a group of English teachers, organized the first regional conference December 2011, has assigned a partnership with the delegation of the Ministry of Education in Gelmim and a partnership with some private schools, has collaborated with the British Council, RIALO. RIALO is the regional English language office, which is in Rabat, in US Embassy, Macmillan Education in various projects. Met Gelmim is one of the most active branches that is in the region. We try to organize a lot of activities in terms of so as to develop the teachers and also the students. So the Mate Gelmim branch has been organizing training educational activities targeting both teachers and students. The branch tried to create the largest number of continuous training opportunities for the benefit of English language teachers in the region, because they don't have the opportunity to go to the capital or to the places where they organize. So just the teachers who are in the region, that we can come for one day and go back to their work, so as to familiarize them with the latest methods of teaching and educational activities by bringing sometimes national and sometimes international expertise. The branch also includes educational and recreational activities characterized by richness and diversity for the benefit of students. So we work with teachers and also with students, both in the junior and high school in the region, which would have stimulated students to learn and master the English language. This is our goal. Here I'm going to show you some of the activities that we do. So these activities are designed for teachers. We have teacher training days. From time to time, we organize some days for teachers just in the city or in the region. So among the activities that we organize, these days, which are targeting English teachers who are working in the region, and we try to find the support or the partners, which are either the British Council or the RELO, so as to give us an expertise, or sometimes to give support for if it is going to be 1 day, 2 days, so we can find for them some money to support this event. And we have also the support from the local directorate of the Ministry of Education in our region. During these days, presentations, we organize some presentations or workshops, and so as to speak about the latest developments in the educational field in the form of, sometimes we have this expertise, sometimes just we have some exchange of experience from teacher working here and another teacher. Why we do this? Because you see, the development training is not so much in Morocco. So the ministry is not covering all the teachers all over Morocco. So some teachers, their training is from the last time that they were in the center for being a teacher, and then no training. And you know that teaching is every day is something new, and so we've got to go and find the things that are new about this. We have here, I will show you example of. So here, when you see in the picture, some teachers, they are working for and activities that they can implement and do in their classrooms. This is Teachers' Day, the International Teacher Day. Every October, our branch organize that day to acknowledge teachers' hard work that they are doing and giving, in spite of this tiring job. But we give them the sense to feel that they are doing a great job. And so we meet together, either in that day. Sometimes we can do some activities, workshops, presentations. Sometimes we organize conferences in that day, so as to have more teachers participate. Our branch also, from time to time, we organize some conferences either in the region, or sometimes also interbranch between our region and another region. So we call it interbranch conferences. So this is one example of the conferences that we organize, because conferences are an attempt to respond to the need for the ALT community in our area. So we say, before organizing this conferences, we ask teachers in that day that we meet, what are the needs, what the teachers want to develop more and more. So these ideas, when we come together, and then we make a plan so as to organize a conference in which we invite people, so as to have and to give more information about what the teachers need, so as to develop themselves. So it is an opportunity to gather, to learn, and also, of course, this is going to be the result is going to be about to promote the learners and have good results on their schools. During that day, teachers can learn a lot of things, and they can take also with them some hands-on activities and things that they can apply in their classrooms. So we don't work just with teachers. We do also some. This is another. So here you can. I will give you the links. So if you want to go more in and to know about our activities. This is another example of a regional conference that we did about ICT training. Here, a teacher training day about implementing music in the classroom, how to do rhyme and in classrooms. Yeah, this was a music training, and this expertise was from the British Council, who animated that day. Yeah. We do also some activities for students, and here are some activities that are designed for the students. One of the example is Spelling Bee, which is a competition that aims to help the students to learn the correct spelling techniques by encouraging and motivating students to read, which is the problem that we have now. Students don't read. The competition was held for many sessions. So say every year we have this competition, and it is characterized by competitiveness between students from different schools, and they differ from elementary, middle school, and high school. So we have one which is designed for this level and one for this, so for many levels. And the one who were excellent, so they go to the next step, which is going to be to represent the directorate, which means the city, and the ones who won also, they are going to be to represent the region in a regional competition, and then go to the national one. Here we have also the same thing. So Spelling Bee, just one example of them, and we do also the reading competition, which this was in collaboration with Macmillan, which give us the support and the prizes so as to give to the winners. Also, this reading contests are organized. Now we are thinking we are in the sixth edition to encourage reading in the English language in our region by providing an atmosphere of meaningful educational competition. So students go and read, choose their books. They can read, and then they come to the competition so as to and then stand in front of a jury and have some questions. And the winners, they are going also to represent their school, and then their directorate and region and national one. The objective behind this activity are to encourage to read and be informed, awareness of the importance of reading and its positive impact on the learner's achievement, developing self-learning skills, critical thinking, analytical thinking, expanding perceptions about things, improving students' English language skills to increase their ability to express themselves fluently. So a lot of objectives, raising the sense of for competition, many objectives that that we try to attain to realize in doing these competitions. Also, we have another these they are just from the organization of this reading context. This was the 5th, but last year was the 6th, I think. edition. Okay, here we have another program that we work with the RELO, Regional English Language Office in US Embassy in Rabat, which is supporting a program which is called Access Program, micro scholarship program. This program is in partnership with the RELO, and in also with the Ministry of Education Directorate, which is in Gelmim. This is a program which is designed for the students with families with low income, that they cannot provide private lessons, and their children cannot go to the private schools. So it is designed for poor families, students, so they should have this criteria, and we meet them every weekend. So yeah, every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we work with these students, giving them intensive program, so as to be excellent and good in English, and they show also, they show very good talent in English. By in 1 year, they become excellent, even that their background is low. But when they were given the chance, they prove it. Another activity that our branch organized in collaboration with MATE, which is the official one in Rabat. So we have MATE circles. These MATE circles, they are in educational spaces in different schools, organized by a teacher, or it depends, some, if we have one teacher in the school or 2 or 3 teachers who are interested in that. So it is a space to help students practice numerous varied activities. And these activities, they are designed by the association, and each MATE circle should come up with an action plan for the year, so as to be proved, that include these activities which are given. So we have the plan should include reading, which is written, oral, and they can visual text. So they read in written, visual, and also audio text. Creative writing should be also by producing some poetry, short stories, articles, play. Also should be also performing arts, like public speaking, acting, singing, drawing. And the 4th one is the ICT skills. So audiovisual skills, editing and publishing skills, internet related skills. So each circle should have this 4 say elements that they should be there in the action plan, plus the things that they think they are going to help in improving the level of their students. So these are some examples of portfolios of teachers MATE circles. If we have time, Niru, we can go into one, or what do you think?
Hassan, I think that I will share these links, and whoever is interested can go and look into these programs.
Yeah, so this is one example of, okay.
Okay.
So
So as I understand, Hassan, this MATE, this is an organization that has been formed by the teachers themselves.
by the teachers themselves, yes.
And this organization is working with the support of the state government or without the work. How is it working?
It's working on its behalf, but in collaboration with the government. So it is
In
just
collaboration
giving
with
help,
the government.
giving
Okay.
help of the goals that the ministry make, and we in the association try to share with the majority of the teachers that they cannot go and attend conferences in both in national or in remote areas.
All right. So I'm curious to know, does MATE receive any financial aid from the government?
No financial aid from the government, no. Unfortunately, no. Just from the members or the partners who are British Council and the RALO and Macmillan.
Okay.
Those are. So
All right.
we also. I haven't yet finished it, but
Okay.
these are the talent shows that we also every year at the end of the year we organize a talent show for students to show their talents in drama, public speaking, creative writing, singing, improvisation, student project. So a lot of this is done in at the end of the year. And those are examples. This is drama activity. Also, we organize sometimes summer English camp for students. We organized one summer camp. And yeah, then the next year we couldn't because we didn't have the support and the money for covering this one. It was for 1 week. Students stay with us for 1 week. Those are field trip that we with our student access program students, we go to visit some other associations, Environment Day, civic education. Okay, those are the partners that I spoke about. So we have Ministry of Education, of course, because this is the umbrella under which we work, but we have the support, the money that comes from the British Council, the RALO, and the US Embassy and the Access Program. Thank you so much. If you have any question now, you are welcome.
Thank you, Hassan. What I was curious to know is that English for you is a foreign language, right? That means that you have the first language as Arabic. The second language is French. And English is a foreign language. So that would be like if I see that in the perspective of my country, India. So we have the first language as Hindi, second language as English, and the foreign language for us would be the language that is spoken in any other country, like Spanish or German or French. So English has that place in Morocco.
Right. And students start learning this language from 9th grade. 9th grade, this is just the 2 hours in the week. And next 10th grade, yes, they can then
2 hours in a week, and
Sure.
the
in the ninth,
association that you are talking about is formed by the teachers teaching English as a foreign language in
teaching
Morocco.
English. Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right. So that's a very noble idea to support the learning levels in English as a foreign language for students who cannot afford, private tutors. And is there any money charged from the students getting the benefits?
No. Yeah, it's free.
It's free.
No charge. Yeah, no charge.
And I saw one of the questions in the chat. Do the students who are getting benefited, do they belong to private schools or government schools, the public schools?
Well, so our competitions and our activities that we organize, we target both private and public sectors. So then there is a competition between both of them. So
Okay.
no problem. Yeah, there is no.
And it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Hassan.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
So now we move to Mr. Amit Kumar. He's a computer science educator from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Shimla. Welcome, Mr. Amit. Over to you.
Thank you, Neeru ma'am. Thank you for providing this opportunity. And also, I would like to thank all the people involved in the organization of this wonderful event. And the platform you have built is extremely commendable, though it's virtual, but it is making its presence felt. So I appreciate that. And without wasting time, we can just directly go to the point. And I'm just gonna share my screen here. Okay. Is my screen visible, Rohit?
Sir, your voice is little bit breaking. Please check at your end.
Okay. Okay, now it's okay.
It is fine
Yeah,
now.
maybe I was a little bit away from the speaker. Okay. Okay. So Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, everyone knows it's in India, in fact, it's like a school system is actually having 661 GNVs and across India, but except the state of Tamil Nadu because of the language issues, because we'll talk about the policy. And we have 260,000 students across India, grade 6 to 12th only, no primary sections in Navodayas. And also the main feature is free of cost education. It's everything like boarding, lodging, books, uniform, even every single penny student can think of spending in a school is paid by the government here, right? So though we all know it's all public money, but it is being invested on grooming the rural talent in India. So I'll be going ahead. Okay, so talking about the administration, it's Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti, which is an autonomous organization under the Ministry of Education, and we are fully funded by MOE. And our students are from 6th to 12th grade, already mentioned, and we take them through an entrance test. There were some alarms raised with the compulsory education and right to education things, but we are still exempted from that because this is a purely different scheme where everything has to be free. So we take entrance test, we focus on the talent which is present in the rural India, and 75% of our seats are reserved for the rural India. We have reservation policies in place as in most of the schools, SC, ST, OBC and all that. And the thing is, we have 1/3 of our intake is girl student. It's the minimum, and it can go up to any level, because talking about my school, it's 45%. So it's a huge population of girls coming into our school. And we have inclusivity also, but as we see that I'm in Himachal Pradesh, so I don't find many disabled children. They are coming to our schools, but still we have it, right? So talking about the affiliation, we are affiliated to CBSE, and all our GNVs are located in the rural areas across the countries. And like state governments provide us free of cost land, and Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti construct the schools there, or they sometimes provide a rent-free temporary building until the whole construction comes up. So talking about the education, medium of instruction from 6th to 8th is all in the regional languages or the mother tongue. It's compulsory because the students are from the rural background. So we have to take them from a level of their own comprehension to a level which can match with the urban counterparts later on from 9th grade onwards. But initially we take it in the mother tongue or regional languages only. Means like if someone is teaching in Punjab, so he will teach in Punjabi. So after that, it will be your English as required by the subject areas. And 3 key features. Students are from the rural background. This is the main feature, as you know now, the exact percentage also. And we have a migration policy in place. Like to promote the national integration, these 2 points like migration policy and 3-language formula are there in all Navodaya Vidyalayas. We have every Navodaya Vidyalaya is tied up with another Navodaya Vidyalaya in some other part of India which speaks a different language. Means like talking about Navodaya Vidyalaya Shimla, we are on the migration policy, we are tied up with the Navodaya Vidyalaya South Goa. So students over there, they are taking up Hindi, English and Marathi as the 3rd language. And in our school, Shimla, our kids are also having the same languages, Hindi, English and Marathi. So Marathi is the 3rd language, which is giving them an edge to go there and explore Goa. So in the 9th grade, we send our students to Goa. Means like it's only just 1/4 strength of our 9th class, which goes there. And almost same number of students comes from Goa to Shimla. So it's a educational exchange program, and it's not in only one Navodaya Vidyalaya, it's in every Navodaya Vidyalaya. It's a part of policy. So means like every Navodaya Vidyalaya has to teach 3 languages. One is English, one is Hindi, and 3rd is a local or regional languages. In that way, they can promote national integration, cultural and educational exchange. It's primarily cultural exchange, like on a bigger picture I see now, because we have a lot of students who went in the 9th grade to Goa and they came back all transformed. And after graduating their 12th class, when they went back to colleges and all, most of them took admissions in the IHM Goa or other colleges in Mumbai, because they could speak Marathi very well, and they lived in that culture also. And they went to Bombay, Pune, or means the Goa. Actually, we are having vocational education in place, and that to hospitality and tourism. So most of the students belonging to that field, they go to Goa. And I could see that this migration policy is giving them wings those rural students who are not, who wouldn't have got any chance to get out of the state or sometime out of the district. So they, Navodaya provided them wings and they traveled across India. Even all the funds for traveling for all these science congresses or sports events, cultural events, everything is being taken care by the government. As I see, it's always there with the all state governments provide funds for that. And it's very important to mention here that Navodaya Vidyalaya is considered as a state. So whenever there is a national competition, maybe the science congress or the national level games, then Navodaya, these 661 schools are considered as a state, like New Delhi or like a Punjab. NVS is a state, and we participate as a state. So we have school games, school competition at school level, then at the cluster level. Cluster means all the Navodayas of Himachal Pradesh will participate for it. Will participate in the competition, and after that we have a regional level competition of everything. So the regional level is like 3-4 state compete, and after that we have a Navodaya National. The Navodaya National is like our national, where we get the best talent, and then we send them to participate in Open National. So Open National, Navodaya Vidyalaya is considered as a state. So this is the thing. Now I'll take you to my school. So it's located on the top of the hills. So it's in Thiog, actually. As we are talking about ICT, so our smart classrooms looks like this. We have 2 smart classrooms. They are basically, they came up through this CSR project of Samsung, which they are doing with Navodayas, and all the Navodayas are having at least one Samsung smart class already established, and the second one is also in its last phase. So luckily we were the school which got them in the first phase, so we have both. So in one of our smart classroom, we have like 55-inch LED. You can see in these pictures. It's interactive LED. So these classrooms are dust free. We don't use any chalk or any marker here because interactive whiteboards are there, and also it's very easy to configure any device with them wirelessly or wired. And in fact, they are also being provided by Samsung, so the technology is wonderful. And in fact, they have given us 40 laptops for the one classroom, and another classroom is having 40 tablets. So it's like whenever we have to have a portable thing, we do it with the tablets, and we have to like, I'm a computer science educator, so we have to deal with the programming and all those things. Sometimes we have to get them sit on the desktop only. So on the desk, so we give them laptops. So that depends upon the need, which kind of competition or which kind of the activity we are conducting in our classrooms. So we have like student use this resources quite often and freely. It depends upon the various subject teachers also, how they take it. But the thing is, it's not that they work in the daytime, they work in the evening and wee hours also with us. So because you can see in one of the picture on the right side, it's my students are working in their class. It is like 8 p.m. in the evening. So because they stay on campus, so we have this extra opportunity to bring them on board for these activities. So here you can see the student is teaching other students. So it's actually flipped classroom approach, which I always advocate and always take, and we're gonna have a look on that. So here's my school. I'm just moving back to another presentation, which is ICT enabled classroom. Before going there, I would like you to have a look at the video, which is prepared by my students, everything like the photography, editing, everything, and how they communicate it to the world, that what we do in our classroom. So, Rohiji, I'm just getting into this.
Ji, ji.
Yes, you can.
Taking a little time.
You need to share it again. If it's a video, you need to play it and share it again.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I just have to stop sharing and share it again.
Yes. 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 Sir.
Okay. I'll do that. I've just stopped sharing, and now I'm sharing again. Okay, someone asked me like 40 classroom. So what is the class size? Class size is 40. So our maximum class is 40 to 1. Okay, so I need to go with the video mode. Huh? Is it the
Yes,
one?
we can
Rohit?
see your screen, sir.
Okay.
While sharing, you need to tick the box. Share sound
Oh,
box.
share sound also. Okay, done. I'm getting messy here.
While sharing, there is a.
See, I've just shared the video. Okay, share sound. I got it.
Yes.
Share sound, and I just selected the video thing. Or
Yes, you
just
need to.
share?
You need to play it. You need to share it again. The video.
Okay, I'll do that. I've checked that share sound box, and I've also no, isn't it working?
No, not yet. So please play it normally. Just play it. Okay.
Okay, I'll play it normally.
Then share this.
I think it's not allowing me to share this. I don't know how. I'll just go to the recently shared it there also. Okay, so can I share a YouTube video?
Certainly.
Yeah, it'll be more easy, I guess.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay. So because I've never shared my YouTube videos. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. I'm gonna go to the YouTube one.
Yes, we can.
ICT in JNV Shimla is not just teaching the content through PowerPoint presentation. It's a two-way process. It's engaging and involving our students into using the ICT
This whole video has been
tools and
recorded,
to
edited,
inculcate
everything they do
various 21st
themselves in the
century
classroom.
skills in them.
Hello, myself Anchal Jamset. In our ICT class, we have learned about Wakelet. Wakelet is a wonderful platform where we curate and organize content. Further, it helps us in inculcating many skills like communication skills, collaboration, and creativity.
Hello, myself Gaurav Ranta. In our ICT classes, we learned about Python programming, which we use to create different programs for solving many problems. Python is one of the best programming language in the world. Python is a wonderful platform for expressing our thoughts and ideas in form of codes. I am very thankful to JNU Shimla for providing me such a great opportunity to learn this language. Thank you.
Hello, myself Akansha. In our ICT class, we learned about Adobe Spark, which I used to create catchy posters to communicate my ideas to the world.
In our ICT classes, we try to involve students to use various innovative tools to improve the whole teaching learning process so that they may use and create something through ICT.
Hello, myself Vishakha Sharma. In our ICT class, we have learned about Flipgrid. It's an amazing platform to interact with the people all around the world, through which we aware them about cyber crimes and security issues by sharing our video contents. Thank you. Hello, myself Shruti. In our ICT classes, we learned about FreeMind. It is a mind mapping application in which we create mind maps for different chapters, which help us to visualize and memorize the whole chapter in one go. Thank you. Hello, myself Divya Thakur. In our ICT classes, we interacted with Kata connectors from UK. They provided us necessary career guidance for a bright future. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nipakshi of class 12 studying in the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, Thok, Shimla. I want to make you aware of Flipgrid, which is an amazing platform to excel our speaking and creative skills. On this platform, we have worked by making short videos on the topic cyber security and cyber awareness to make people aware about the cyber world and the pros and cons related to it. Actually, I feel like it is an incredible ICT tool to develop our soft skills like critical thinking, communication, and creativity.
JNV Shimla has collaboration with Spoken Tutorial Project IIT Bombay to use and advocate free and open source software. In addition to that, we have collaboration with other IT giants like Adobe, Microsoft, as well as Wakelet, Flipgrid, many innovative tools in order to apply them in the teaching learning process to improve overall productivity.
Myself Prince. In our ICT class, we learned about Adobe Spark. In the direction of Amit sir, we made a lot of art integrated templates. Thank you.
Myself Ajay Mukta. In our ICT class, we learned about many things like Python coding, MySQL, which made us very logical and it develops our critical thinking skills. Thank you.
Hello, myself Ankush. In our ICT class, we learn about Python MySQL connectivity. Python is a better language for programming and it develops critical thinking. With the help of Python MySQL connectivity, we can handle large number of information stored in the table by simple coding. And it was an amazing experience working with Python and MySQL.
Hello, this is Divanshu. In our ICT classroom, we have access to our new tool called Flipgrid. It helps us to improve our communication skills and improve our confidence. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
हेलो, मेरा नाम मंजीत है। ICT क्लास में हमने पाइथन कोडिंग के बारे में सीखा। यह कंप्यूटर की सबसे आसान लैंग्वेज है जिससे हमें नए नए आइडिया को एक्सप्रेस करने में हेल्प मिलती है। धन्यवाद।
Hello, myself Neha Thakur. In our ICT class, we learned about how to make mind maps. It increases our creativity and productivity. It's an excellent tool to let us generate more ideas. Thanks.
Hello, myself Pankaj Chauhan. In our ITC classes, we learn about Python programming, in which we create Python program as per our requirement. Thank you.
Hello, myself Dikshit. In our ICT classes, we have learned about our Python programming language, which we use to create Python program. It has developed our thinking and logical skills.
I am myself Vivek, and in our ICT classes we have also learned about mind maps, and mind maps is a very interesting app for making our studies easier. Thank you.
Hello, myself Vivek. In our ICT classes, we learned about Python programming, which is very easy to learn, and I am very lucky that I got a chance to learn this language. Thank you.
हेलो, मेरा नाम संजय भंडारी है और जैसा कि हमने सिर्फ मूवीज़ में ही खतरनाक कोडिंग देखी, लेकिन आईसीटी क्लासेस लगाने के बाद हमने भी उसी तरह की प्रोग्रामिंग सीखी और जाना कि वह बहुत आसान है, और इसके लिए मैं अमित सर का धन्यवाद करना चाहता
हूँ। In JNV Shimla, we make sure that every student may integrate the technology in their respective subjects to make a better comprehension, as well as we want them to be ready for the future.
स्टूडेंट को इसमें खूब सारा मटेरियल डालें, कहाँ डालें? करियर कि आपके पास क्या क्या ऑप्शन आ गए। Photovoltaic cell means a kind of cell which can convert the light energy into chemical energy. Will supply the energy to make the solar lamps whenever they are required. So I just because if you clearly see the level of the students, I have seen them from like
Sir,
okay.
your voice is breaking, sir.
Okay, now it's okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like I just made you to watch this whole video all stretch only to show you the level of the students when they came in the grade 6 or grade 9. We have a lateral entry as entrance test also. So at the time, they could not utter a single word in the classroom. They keep looking at the eyes of the teacher. They know within themselves in their local dialect everything, but they cannot utter anything in English. But now you could see some improvement in the confidence, or a lot. And few of them are from the urban background, like you saw one Lepakshi. She was doing very good. But the thing is, by interacting the urban with the interaction between urban and the rural counterparts, our agenda is to develop the rural talent, and the role of a teacher here is like to create the environment where they can interact freely. Our role is more like mentor. This seems to be a very simple raw video thing, but this has been created by these kids. It makes a lot of difference, and it is a big thing to take away, because now many of them are working with me to develop sustainable OERs also. So it's like we are working for the educator community also now. So it depends on the thought process, but a teacher has to take its role one step further. We have that luxury that they stay with us, so we live like a family in our whole school. So it makes it more easy for us also. So you've seen on the pedagogical part, we are following the TPAC model. So it's like it's not a raw integration of your technology into your content dissemination. It's pedagogical, means like technological as well as pedagogical content knowledge. So we are following the same as you have already seen in the video. We are tied up with IIT Bombay for free and open source software education. We are having a flipped classroom tie up with the Wakelet. We are working on many applications with them, and like Adobe Creative Cloud, we have official tie up with them. We use Flipgrid a lot in our classroom to improve their communication and creativity. And students do a lot of mind mapping, and it's like a hands-on activity. And Kata Connect is something new, which is NGO from Oxford University, England. So we have a tie with them. So they work on developing digital skills, critical thinking, communication skills, and career guidance for the students. And on this platform, some ex-alumni of Navodaya Vidyalaya Samiti who are well positioned in like corporates or many other industries, they interact with the students to guide them for the career. So it's like by the students for the student initiative again. And another by the student for the student initiative I have taken in my school is like cybersecurity and awareness, and it's paying huge because here we want our students to come forward to talk about the issues with other students as well as educators. So it's a daring step, but it's a wonderfully appraised and being accepted by the students and the administrators also. And another thing, most of the things we do in our ICT classes, we do this, we are talking about Hindi also a lot in our classes. So we do Hindi typing workshops. It's a regular exercise, means quarterly we do at least one workshops to have them hand on this Hindi typing skills. It's very important perspective. And like we have a lot of tools which we are using in our classrooms. And before winding up, I just want to show you some of their little work. This is a Wakelet collection of all the mind maps which are OERs have been created by the students. I'll share some links with Neeru ma'am so that they can she can share further. You can have the look of the look on these resources created. And this is the cybersecurity symposiums we talk about. This is a by the student for the students effort where student speak on certain issues and I act only as a moderator. So I'm not doing anything, they are doing everything. So it's a good thing to hear for a teacher that we are free, we are not doing anything. So like World Environment Day, we do a lot of activities. They are all collaborative activities where I create a platform and invite them to contribute their ideas on the same issue, and they all contribute. It is not contributed by me, it is contributed by them. See, Sharmila Petan contributed, someone Kundan Bharchar contributed. They create their creative on their own devices and they contribute remotely. It was done during pandemic era, and it's not one activity. Every month we have 2-3 activity. We take care of the social emotional learning of the students also. Like even we celebrate Mother Day, Father Day in this manner. Student express their ideas and they take their personal picture with the family and they dare to share with me because we are like more close like family. So this social emotional learning part, I personally means it's a very important thing for me because during pandemic I could connect more with them. So it helped me to get them on board easily when the school reopened. And we have another initiative which I would like to talk about is Vigyan Jyoti. I don't know whether it's there in the Delhi state, but it's there in the Navodayas. Under the scheme, we encourage girls in STEM education, and ministry has a scheme with the Department of Science and Technology, and means 87 Navodayas enrolled in them, and now they are increasing it beyond 100, like 150 or so. So under this scheme, girl students between means like 11th and +2, we are working on their retention in the schools. So they get a scholarship of 1,000 rupees per month. So it's only for the 50 selected students in grade 11, and almost though the scholarship is for 100 girls, but in our school we are having just around 50 students in the grade 11, so we offer them, but remaining 50 we give to the surrounding state government schools. So we are also acting like a pace setting institution in our area. So like we also have nominations from the surrounding schools, so they also refer girl students to us. So the primary aim is for the retention of the girl student, and also encourage them into STEM education. And we have workshops or symposium going on, a lot of activities going on under the scheme, and they are being offered every logistics and all those supports are being offered by the Department of Science and Technology, and it is fully funded government scheme. So Navodaya don't have to do anything, but the Navodaya is a platform to roll out the scheme. So our girl students are getting benefited, as well as the girl school students from surrounding areas. And the primary aim, as I was, it was an issue for the retention of the girl students and the senior secondary level. So it has been resolved quite a bit. So I think they are doing good. We are having activities under this. I just want to end with the student created resources. So as I'm working on sustainable OERs, so here is one of the example which has been created by, because I teach Python, but I believe that students learn more when they teach others. So they create their video tutorials to teach others. So in that way, we all learn together in much better way. So I just want to share with you one of them, created by one of my students.
Hello everyone. Today in this video we are going to talk about reading from text files. So Python basically provides three functions, that is read lines and read line function to read data from text files.
They are the videos
we will
which
talk about them
even I
one by
cannot
one.
create.
So first one
The
is read
animation,
function.
the way they
syntax
work
is
with them, the play with them,
read, and you can also specify the
it's amazing.
endmost byte in
We
it.
gave them free hand,
We
we
will
gave them
understand about
technology
this
under our
this
supervision,
function
of
with an
course,
example
because
of text file
there is
1,
always a
and
fine
the
line
contents in it
which
is
should not be
this
crossed.
is an example
So
of reading
we
in
have to
text file.
take care of that. But
So as you can
but
see
when they teach
in the
others,
code, I've
they
read
put a lot of
I've
effort in
used
that,
the read
and
function f.read,
that is
and
where
I've
the flipped
stored the read
classroom comes
data
in place,
in a
and
variable
even
read, and then
actually as a
I've
teacher.
printed.
So
You
here
might would have noted that I have not specified the value of n
he's
while using
teaching
the
like
function,
expert.
and
So
you can
this is
see that in the
only
output screen it is
there
clear
are
that it
many
has read
students.
the entire file. But what if
Yes, it's all flipped. They are working on them. My job is easy. It's not easy on the back end because first we have to prepare them to use this technology tools, and then they do the magic in few days. And it looks very it's like how it can be done. It's very apprehensive, but it's not that much tough. It's all easy. It depends upon the your perspective, how you take the things. So I think I'm done here. Maybe I've crossed the time limit also. Sorry for that. So any question?
Thank you, Amit sir. And from the huge appreciative messages in the chat, I could see that the presentation was enjoyed by everybody, and they liked it a lot. And I would like to tell the participants that Amit sir said that it was by the students. and for the students. On the similar lines, I would like to share that Amit sir is an alumni of Navodaya Vidyalaya. So he himself was a student, and now he is doing all these things for the students. I appreciate this very much, Amit sir. Thank you so much for sharing. Now we move on to Paiza. She's a chemistry teacher from Indonesia. So Paiza, over to you.
Thank you, Niru. Good morning, my fellows here in the US, Niru, Amit, Hassan, and Jan. And good evening to the teachers there, Rohit, Ms. Kadambari, Mr. Shailendra. Yeah. I will start share my screen. Okay. I can use my screen.
Yes, Paiza.
Yeah, okay. Yes, thank you. Okay, here maybe I will talk most about the best practices in my classroom. And okay, it's not visible yet. Hello everyone. Niru and Amit actually taught me how to speak a little bit of Hindi. I will try. Namaste. मेरा नाम पाइजा है. मैं इंडोनेशिया से हूँ, Bangka Belitung. Did I get it?
Yes, you did. You nailed it.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm a high school chemistry teacher, and the school name is SMA Negeri 1 Simpang Tritip. The school located in a suburban area, but mostly our students are from a rural background, and the students like 600 students. We have the enrollment every year is around 130 students every year. So, and we have students majoring in social science, natural science, and literature. Usually we have 3 majors, and our school is from grade 10 to 12. So I also teach chemistry from grade 10 to 12. So talking about best practices in Indonesia, mostly Bloom's taxonomy is like a holy guidance in our everyday teaching. So we have to follow all of the Bloom's taxonomy, starting from remember, understand, apply, analyze, evaluate, and create. Like in every class, we have to at least create something in our daily classroom. So here's our planning. Usually Bloom's taxonomy is integrated. Indonesia has national curriculum. So those in our national curriculum, we have standard competencies that we have to follow. And later the standard competencies been applied by the teacher in our school curriculum. And we have to integrate the standard competencies through the indicators, and later on we have to meet the goals and objectives in our daily school activities. And here is the most encouraged collaborative learning, like discovery learning, guided inquiry learning, problem-based learning, and project-based learning. But it is not as extravagant as the names looks like. Maybe people will think discovery learning more looks like what it's happening in a university. They have to create new things, or it seems so extravagant, but it is not in our daily activities in the classroom. It's like I like discovery learning a lot. it was like trying but I can say that it's also guided discovery learning, trying to make students to discover the theory, trying to make students discover how to make things right, or as simple as that. And like also guided inquiry learning, also almost similar to discovery learning. And a problem-based learning, I usually use this model for we have in chemistry, the students have math chemistry, like they have to count a lot. And the project-based learning, when I want them to create at least something useful for experimenting. And this is what it's looked like in my classroom. So now in Indonesia, for the lesson plan, we have one sheet lesson plan. I'm really thankful for the ministry for this, because a long time ago, our previous lesson plan, we have to at least make 10 to 20 sheets for just one unit. That's too much. And for me, it's waste of papers. So it's not good for environment at all. And I'm really thankful that the ministry changed the policy into just one sheet lesson plan. So all of the lesson plan will be there, from the objectives, the standard competencies, it's all there in just one sheet. It's clear, even though, the old one is very much detailed. They even put on the worksheets questions all there on the lesson plan already. And here I will show you the worksheets I usually use. So the worksheet has the syntaxes from all the learning approach that we use. Like I love discovery learning a lot. So one of the example I will share here is a discovery worksheet. I made this. So because it's collaborative, usually it's in a group. So I encourage students to always work in group. And what I like about discovery learning is I will never tell the students, like this one is for ionic bond. So I will never tell the student what is ionic bond. They have to find the meaning or the description of ionic bond by themselves. So it will start with the motivation. I will start motivation with pictures, with real things. Sometimes I bring like an ionic bonding. I can just bring salt to the classroom, and as simple as that. Oh, what is the the connection with the things I bring to the classroom and with the lesson that I have to deliver. And then I will next is stimulation. So to stimulate their curiosity, like showing videos or showing some this is actually videos. So when they click this icon in their worksheet, they can show the videos. Usually I also send the link already on the classroom, so it's easier for them to to connect in the classroom when I have to explain about the lesson. And then here is the thing, the most important thing for me. I'm sorry, it's in Bahasa Indonesia. I have to speak in their native language. Kids love slang languages. They don't talk like us teachers. They talk in their own languages. So I have to a little bit, with instructions, I gave them a very formal instructions. But when it comes to conversation, I tried to speak more in their language instead of my language. So they have to conclude what is it in the conversation, and they will answer. And then another, whatever happened in the lesson, I will show them through videos, through pictures. And then in discovery, it's a problem statement. Do I lost my connection?
No, we can hear you, Paisa.
Oh, okay, because my video is freezing, I think. And next is problem statement in discovery learning. So they have to state what they have learned from the videos, what they have learned from the pictures. But at least we give them some, leading questions, like what I show here. Just give them the leading questions in order for them to not stray from the unit, from the lesson. And then if it is experiment, of course the data collecting is much more from experiment based. But because this is not an experiment based, it is more like from the observation from videos and pictures. They have to state what they have in the problem statement, and then in the data collecting, they will arrange more about what they find, and we also have guided questions for them and more. I usually have guided questions. And data processing, they have to discuss. I will never give them the answers. I still will not give them answers till the end, till they find by themselves what they have to find in that lesson. And still I want them to fill in the blanks with the examples. And yeah, that's usually what I did. And then I will have my own presentation for them in the classroom. I will make sure what we are going to study in the classroom. This is like a confirmation at the end of the class. Like I will show them what I want them to answer, what I want their answers to be. Like here, finally, I will show them what is the ionic bond. And also with they love animation, of course. The students love animation so much. Videos, yeah. And this is all the questions I have on the worksheet, and I will show them the answers finally on the presentation. Technology helped a lot in the classroom, but unfortunately, not all of my classes have technology in it, because sometimes we have to fight for the projectors. We don't have much projectors in the class. So yeah, sometimes I just like, please, I need projector today. And yeah, this is just all confirmation that I have for the students, and they will finally know what the lesson about, what they have. If they made some mistakes, yeah, we have to correct and make them elaborate more what is their mistakes or thing like that. And this is I can say it's lab at home, because due to COVID-19, there are many shifts in our school system. When the COVID-19 strikes, we have remote learning, and it forced the students to have at least mobile phone to be able to learn. But sometimes still, even though they have mobile phones, they don't have data. So it's still hard, sometimes we have to do home visit to get students to study. And later, when it is now, we are back to face-to-face, but it's limited face-to-face. I mean, one lesson hour, usually it's 45 minutes. Now it is 25 or 30 minutes. And science classes is just like twice the the time we have. So usually we only have at most 60 minutes, an hour. For teaching chemistry, it's hard to have only 60 minutes for one class. We have to give the instructions, and the instruction might take 15 minutes sometimes. I have big classroom. My students is like from 30 to 36 students in one classroom. So you can imagine how chaotic it is sometimes. But they are excited for lab activities, but still we have to control more because sometimes they break the Baker, they break the Erlenmeyer. It is hard sometimes, but at least we have the correct instructions for them and warn them more about what they have to do. And here, mostly, I encourage them to do to look at your surroundings. Chemistry are in, it's all around you. So I would encourage them to find things around them and do the activities, even if it is at home. They love creating videos. This generation loves TikTok so much. Love TikTok, Instagram Reels. My God, I'm not that generation, but they are. So I make profit from that. I want them to create videos and do the lab at home instead of at school, because the laboratory activities are also limited because of COVID. They cannot really collaborate in doing activities in school. So here is like one of the videos made by students in the start of COVID strike. They made disinfectant, hand sanitizer on their own, and they use it on their daily lives.
Paisa, is this in English or Bhasa?
Now, unfortunately, all our activities are in Bahasa. Yeah, so I don't have any videos that have any English subtitles.
But I think you can play it, even if we don't understand the language, we can at least watch what is going on. You can play it.
Yeah, have you seen the videos yet? I think I played one. Or is it just, do you see the videos?
Yes.
Please play.
Okay, yeah, thank you. It's so simple.
There is no sound.
There's no sound. Oh, I have to share sound.
Please reshare this. While sharing, you need to check the box, share sound box.
Where's the box actually? I don't know.
Share again. Share the same screen again.
Stop screen share.
Oh, okay.
And share it again. And while sharing, check the box for sound sharing.
Check the box for sound sharing. Sound sharing. Whatever. What is the sound sharing actually, Rohit? I'm sorry.
This is at the bottom left corner, bottom right corner actually.
Left.
Corner.
Bottom left.
Just click on the share screen. You will get on the bottom left corner.
Oh
share
yeah.
sound.
Okay.
Yes.
I got it. Okay. Thank you. So it's here.
Wadah semprot. Dan yang kelima, gunting.
Is the sound available?
Harga dan bahannya
Yes,
pun
yes.
terjangkau dan mudah didapatkan di toko-toko terdekat Anda. Pertama-tama kita buka tutup semprot-semprot. Setelah itu gunting super sol. Lalu tuangkan ke tempatnya.
They have local dialect.
Buta.
Oke, cukup. Setelah itu pemutih.
Maybe I will share the other one. There are so many. There are some students that are shy enough to speak. They only have subtitle.
Nama saya Yartini dari kelas 10 IPA 2.
You can see they, instead of talking, they put on the subtitle instead for the videos. It is like accommodating students to have the confidence, but still with limited, just to encourage the confidence in themselves. Yeah, I think that should be concluding what I have usually in my classroom. If you have any questions, yes, feel free to.
Thank you so much, Faiza. It was indeed a wonderful presentation, and we loved the videos, even if we could not understand what the students were saying, but yet we loved them. And students preparing hand sanitizer was a very good idea because of the pandemic. And the concept of lab at home, I could see in the chat box also that many teachers in Delhi were appreciating this idea. So
thank you.
Now to the participants, if you have any question, you're free to ask. You can raise your hands and we can invite you for the questions. I see on my screen, Mr. Pradeep Kumar. Sir, please ask your question. And after Mr. Pradeep, Chandan Jha.
And do the student make these videos on their TikTok account, TikTok and Insta account, or they shared with you only on WhatsApp?
So the question is for Ms. Faiza.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for the questions. I have different methods. Sometimes, like I have other classes, I encourage them to share on Instagram if it is the short videos. But when it is longer videos, they usually directly send it to me through Classroom, through Google Classroom. That's what I do in my classroom.
Mr. Chandan Jha, please ask your question.
So I really like that idea of lab at home. But what if a kid is, performing a kind of dangerous activity which should be done in the, adult supervision only? So how you control that thing does not happen at their homes?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that. Actually, the lab at home, I don't encourage a little bit dangerous activities. I only encourage that the activity that can be done at home. When it is a little bit dangerous, I will have them in the laboratory instead. And also, still sometimes they need some materials from the lab. I will have them supervised, of course, because sometimes kids just really curious about the things and it will be dangerous for them. Yep.
We have a question in chat. Are these worksheets made only in chemistry, or these worksheets are there in other subjects also?
Okay. In our school, even in our community, usually teachers are encouraged to make their own worksheets. And I also make my own worksheet. And sometimes we have, in Bangka Belitung, we have the chemistry teachers associations, and we share among each other with the worksheets. So sometimes I don't have a specific topic worksheet, and I will ask other teachers, do they have, and I will modify it. But mostly I make it on my own because I am the one who knows my students better. Like it is the best if I made it on my own.
Before we take the next question, I would like to remind the participants that this is the time for questions to all the panelists. So if you have any question for the panelists who spoke before Faiza, that is Mr. Amit Kumar, Mr. Hassan, and you can ask them.
Hello.
So the next hand I can see on my screen is Mr. Rameshwar Upadhyay.
Hello.
I think there is a problem with the sound. Upma Mahajan, ma'am, please continue with your question.
Okay, thank you so much, Rohit sir. Commendable work, Faiza. Literally, it was really impressive approach to the worksheets that you made. I would really love to see an English version actually, so we could get some ideas. Thank you so much for that. And my question is for Amit sir. Are Navodaya Vidyalayas collaborating with other schools also, like the capitals and the state schools also? For such sort of, exchange programs that you might be having amongst yourself, are you collaborating with other schools also?
Actually, in policy, the Navodaya migration is Navodayas only, and it has
your voice is breaking.
Okay.
Please come closer to the
yes.
microphone.
Policy-wise, Navodayas are migrating among Navodayas only, and the reason is like the same kind of background and same kind of system we are having, because students in Navodayas, they are living on campus, so they have to adopt to certain set of atmosphere and the routine, and other state don't have that. So they will not be able to cope up with the other Vidyalayas, because for 1 year it will be very difficult. But when they go from one Navodaya to other Navodaya, it's more like similar routine, similar things, and they're used to it. But the only thing is they learn language, they learn culture, they try to mingle up with the people there, and they can explore the other part of India in a better way.
Rameshwar sir.
Yes, ma'am. Nirmal, सबसे पहले नमस्कार सभी को मेरा. My question is to Philippines. There is a very big problem of the teenagers' pregnancy. After the doing this project, if there is some decrease in this very serious problem.
I don't have statistics for that, sir, but what I would say is that it's still happening. I think this is true, very true, in all developing countries around the world. But what's good about the program is that there's a support in place for them, in place in schools and communities, and because I believe in some parts of the world, if teens get pregnant, they don't go to school anymore. So this is how we try to deal with that. The teenage pregnancy is another big problem that needs another solution. So we try to solve one thing, one thing first. And yeah. I hope I answered the question.
I mean that I am so much concerned about this, okay, because if a teenager got pregnant and then after his life, I couldn't see the much opportunities in his or her life. That's why I raised this type of the question.
I see. Oh, I see. But I don't think I think it's very limiting to think of teenagers who became pregnant to have less opportunity. I think that speaks a lot about the society and about the power structure that is in place. I think we should try to educate people that to have this growth mindset, that nothing should stunt you from developing and from growing, right? So I also think this is also cultural, because this is what the Philippines was like, like 5-10 years ago. Like if a high school student gets pregnant, the high school student drops out of school, because of shame, doesn't continue education and stuff. So it's sad, and I think we can change something about that in our own classrooms.
Sure,
Education.
and hopefully it will. Hopefully it will.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for the question, and thank you. I thank the panelists for responding to the questions that were asked. I see no more hands raised, and there are no more questions in the chat. So over to you, Rohit.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you so much, everyone. Our heartfelt gratitude, and we are glad that you all accepted our invitation and shared what have been going and what you all are doing in the field of education in your respective countries. It was truly a journey in which we got the fair idea about the education innovation happening in Indonesia, Morocco, Philippines, and in Navodaya Vidyalaya, of course. I want to tell Let's Talk Education is a platform for educators and learners to share, collaborate, and grow together. We have organized more than 150 sessions successfully, but these 3 sessions have been exceptionally enriching for all of us. And we will look forward to organizing many more such sessions with this growing community of teachers across the globe. I have no hesitation in calling it Education Sans Frontiers. My gratitude to Neeru ma'am and her fellow Fulbrighters for extracting time for these sessions. My gratitude to our director, sir, Shailendra sir, and Pandit sir for making these sessions special and inspiring by the gracious presence. I thank Kadambari ma'am, Suman ma'am, Vivek sir, Gaurav sir, Neetu ma'am, Swati ma'am, Chandan sir, and each and every member of the mentor teacher family who have been a constant support in the backdrop. A heartfelt congratulations to all of you, all the Fulbright Distinguished Award Fellows, for the graduation ceremony held yesterday. We are eagerly waiting for the arrival of our friend and colleague Neeru Lohia ji to return to Delhi so we can meet her in person. We are missing you, ma'am. Please come soon. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. I have some pics for you. But before showing the pics, I request every one of you to click some screenshots, and this time is called our smiley moment time, where you all please come closer to the camera screen and open your camera so that we can click you in a one big picture. So after this pandemic, seeing all of you smiling is a big reason to have you here. Please come closer, and I request every one of you, please take some screenshot because I have spotlighted some. So I am also taking some.
As everyone is taking pictures, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all waiting for you, Neeru, my Gudiya. And don't think that we don't have any more questions. I think I have tens of questions for everyone, but I'm keeping them in my bag so that we can ask you those questions when we meet. So I am hoping that the panelists will one day come to Delhi, and I'm going to ask you these questions while we visit the Taj.
Yes.
God bless you
Yes, yes, of course, of course. That will be a blast, Neeru.
Yes.
We'll wait for the
Reunion.
invitation.
Looking forward because as everyone heard that our leadership only promised that yes, we can have these kinds of collaboration. So we are very positive, and I can assure you that whatever our directors and Shailendraji, they say, they are known to fulfill those promises. So I'm very optimistic, and let's actually wish that go Corona go. So let it go once, and then we will be.
Yes, sure.
I hope everybody has taken their screenshots, and of course me smiling. Okay, Rohit, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Now I request every one of you to please remember to thank the panelists and share your learning of these session on social media, whether it is Twitter or Instagram, using Let's Talk Education as a hashtag and tagging Let's Talk Education. See you. Thank you so much, and gratitude for making these efforts, these little efforts of Let's Talk Education a success. You can see here all the panelists from last 3 sessions. I'm thankful to all of you for accepting time for these sessions, and many congratulations once again for the graduation ceremony.
Thank you.
Wow, everybody's looking so nice. Very nice. You guys are looking very beautiful, handsome. That's great.
Ma'am,
Have
please
a
come
safe
soon.
journey back home. Have a
Please
safe
come.
journey back home, and we will all keep in touch.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hope to see
Thank
you
you
in
so
the
much,
next
Rohit. Thank you so much,
session.
Kadamri. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Looking forward. Let's meet at the Indira Gandhi Airport only.
Amit,
Amit
फिर
and I are
मिलेंगे
going to be there.